You want to time the market bottom. I totally get it. Let's explore what that would look like. I'm Dan Beer, your home team here, eXp Realty. Here's why timing the market is utterly dangerous. Most people will miss. Of course, you could go for it, but I'm going to make an argument as to why you might want to rethink that strategy. Let's imagine that this is the market. Okay, so let's just draw it out like that. So the market bottom being this point right here. Okay, I just want to making a point that if there's 20,000 home sales, here I'll grab my calculator. If there's 20,000 home sales over the course of the year, there's going to be only about 384 people or 384 sales that happen in the week when the market has officially bottomed. So timing the bottom is utterly difficult, right? The odds of you being anywhere other than that one singular point are far greater than you having just the fortune, the luck to hit that number. Plus, keep something in mind, when the news finally declares that we've hit a bottom, they're not reporting on what's happening in that instant. What they're reporting on is old information, right? They're reporting on something that's already happened. So by definition, when the news reports that, it's already gone. So what happens is, let's explore the difference between if you didn't quite get the bottom, but you landed somewhere in this zone and, right, you kind of missed it, you ended up here, or if you go past the bottom and you ended up maybe somewhere in this zone and you bought somewhere in there. Well, down here, where the first thing to really recognize is there's far more space available here than on this one little dot. So odds are you're not getting that little dot, okay? 384 people are gonna do it. 19,600 and some people are not. Secondly, the environment of the market when you're buying here, well, first of all, you have more of a buyer's environment. Over here, you have more of a seller's environment. So what happens is here, sellers have fear. Sellers have fear. You have negotiating power. Okay, you have sellers have fear, negotiating power. You might be able to get repairs negotiated. You might be able to get credits, right? You might be able to do really well with the price. Now, part of the reasons for that is when you're in this zone, yes, interest rates are a little bit higher, all those things happen, but if you could get the right property that fits the lifestyle that you're looking to have, and you have the benefit of negotiating power, well, that is going to be a really big benefit to you when you're able to refinance in the future market. If, on the contrary, you were to purchase in this zone, number one is I want you to recognize that for every day you miss as you get closer to this bottom, the market change is decelerating until it literally comes to a screeching halt, but then it starts to accelerate. Meaning over here, when sellers have more confidence, okay, sellers have more confidence, where there's multiple offers, where you're often having to go above ask. And this isn't just theory. In fact, we very recently experienced this market. Either you experienced it or somebody you know experienced the market of just a short time ago before those interest rate changes, where people were having to offer hundreds of thousands, 200,000, even beyond that, and sometimes not even getting the property by offering that much. It still went to go to someone else. So if you're missing the market, let's say you're like, oh, the news just reported the bottom's passed, awesome, let's get in. Well, thousands of other buyers had the same thought. So there's more competition all of a sudden. Sellers have more confidence, they're bolder, they're giving up less repairs, less credits, less pricing concessions. And if you start making offers over here and you don't get it, the market's accelerating. The market's accelerating. So if you don't get it and then you end up buying here versus here versus here, that is financially a very different world. You're kind of stuck against time in this space, as opposed to having a lot more control over here. Most importantly, I go back to this, it might not be the right time for you to do anything at all. The right time for you to move is simply, are you in a home you like, a home you want, a home that serves your lifestyle, at a payment you can afford? If so, and that serves you for the next 5, 6, 7 years, there's really nothing for you to do, right? That as opposed to that, if you're not in that position, and you really need to be getting yourself into a different living environment, and you can afford the payment and you can get yourself into a home where you enjoy the lifestyle, the only thing that's ever going to happen is in the future you will have the opportunity to reduce your payment through a refinance. But in the meantime, you'd have the opportunity to buy in this environment. And with all that being said, you still can't time the market to hit the bottom. That's a total just, that's like the lottery, right? 384 people will hit it, and about 19,616, if I'm doing the math right in my head, will miss it, period. Question is, do you want to miss it on this side, or do you want to miss it on this side? So that's how I would think about market timing. And if you have any questions around this concept, you want to sit around it, you want to look at just anything, whether you're buying, selling, or just have a real estate question, we're here to make the whole thing easy for you.